Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt on the PS4. Okay, long story short, I recorded 2 videos yesterday. Both of them lost commentary, which is really shitty because I thought there was some entertaining bits, including this part that I pretty much have to show you, of me finally killing the Griffin. It's part of the main storyline. You pretty much have to do it. And so you kind of go and you track it a little bit. You get some info about it, what happened to it. You get like some bait for it, and then you go out here and you set the ambush. And the guy gives you a crossbow right before you fight. So we have a crossbow now. And there, boom, direct shot brings it spiraling down. And so I was pretty pleased with the fight. I thought I did fairly well against it, even though I didn't really use like oils, or I think I only used one potion because they kind of requested that you do, which boosts your attack power. And so I pretty much just bolted in there and my sword just wrecked it. Like, it was really good. I was very surprised at how much damage I did. And so I got like I've got some abilities that just increase like my fast attack damage. And so I'm like, I think I'm level 2 here, I believe. And yeah, it's more than enough to take down the Royal Griffin. And so every so often it just flies up in the air, and so you try to, I realize now, but I didn't realize when I did this, that you can aim the crossbow by holding down R1. So that would be even more badass than just locking on. But yeah, pretty much you just kind of rush up behind it, go for those crits, and just stab it to death. It's not a terribly complicated fight because it's your first real big monster. It's like the great Jaggy of The Witcher, I guess. And at this point, it flies away, so you get on your horse and you got to just chase after it. But it doesn't really fly that far. It just goes by that windmill there, and then it just drops back down. So then you just kick its ass again. So it wasn't that complicated, but actually doing the fight, it was very exciting. It was very intense. Because it's just, it's that same kind of Monster Hunter type vibe where you're just up against this beast, this uncontrollable beast, and it's up to you to just kind of bring it down. And there was my perfect crossbow shot, just boom, right in its face, brings it down, and then I just kind of cut it to ribbons. And that's that. Yeah. Pretty badass. I let out a cheer. You can't hear it, but I did. And so that's the first big monster that we take down. And it's a very cool process, I must admit, where you kind of learn about it, you understand the beast, you figure it out, you get the bait, you set up the ambush, all that kind of stuff. It's very cool. So I'm looking forward to more beasts. Also, you won't see that I actually accidentally did turn in the quest to the Nilfgaardian guy. And basically, he just tells you where Yennefer went, and he gives you some money, and that's pretty much it. Because you cut off its head. Cut off its head. And the head actually goes on the side. You attach it to your horse. There you see it. It's really badass. It's awesome. Alright, well, hopefully the commentary continues, so let's get to it. Alright, so let's update you on what you really missed then in those 2 videos that I lost. Well, let's see here. For inventory, let's look at my equipment now. For one, you notice that durability is a thing in this game, so my steel weapon is below half durability, which means, like, it notifies you at half durability in red, which is kind of surprising. I would have thought maybe 25% it would tell you that, in red. But I have the Matina blade right now, which is just pretty decent. But then I have the Viper Silver Sword, which is marked in green. So blue, I guess, is a master item, whereas green is Witcher gear. But from what I can tell, Witcher gear is really good. So I crafted that. I actually I went around the world. I discovered the blueprint for this, and then I made it, and that feels really badass. I got the Skellige Gambison, which is good armor, but it looks like shit. I didn't want to do that. No, don't do that. Well, anyways. Then the other stuff is nothing really too crazy. I have the crossbow here. Regular bolts. I have trophy. Yeah, you actually have a slot for the trophy, which I think is what's attached to your horse, because this is all horse stuff. And then it says they can be turned in for a reward, but I don't know where you do that. So I don't know if I, like, that benefit there, the 10% chance to dismember, I don't know if I get that by just having it equipped, or if I get that if I turn it in. Because I also have the Noon Wraith, which is 5% bonus experience from humans and non-humans, which is pretty big. But I could also just sell that for 250, which is really big. So I don't know the whole thing with the trophies. I don't know how it works. Other than that, we just have a load of shit, like just, and I'm only in the first area, and look how much junk I have. And I haven't really found a merchant that can take all my shit. Most merchants around here have very little money, so I want to get to like a big city. I think that's like the next place to go. Yeah, so our only quest now, I pretty much did, I think, every single secondary quest in the area. I don't know for sure, because a bunch of quests are just like, you loot like a note, and then you get the quest. And so, I easily could have missed something, but I did a lot of little side quests. And so, this is the main quest there where we killed the griffin, we turned that in, and so now we're going to leave White Orchard to go to Vizima to find Yennefer. Then over here in the character section, this is the ability points, which I talked about in a video that you didn't get to hear. But, you get slots for ability points by leveling up. So right now I have 3 slots, and then I get another one at 6, 8, 10, 12, so on and so forth. And then you can put points into different categories. So there's combat, signs, alchemy, the generals, and then mutagens, which I'll talk about. And so you get an ability point per level, but then also you get a free ability point for every place of power you discover. And I discovered, I think, 4 of them. No, probably more than that. No, it must have been like 6 of them, something like that. I discovered a bunch of them. So I got muscle memory. I got that maxed out, which increases your fast attack damage. So right now, but with that equipped, like, my fast attacks do more damage than my strong attacks, which is really cool. Then I also have arrow deflection. And this was basically like, I needed 3 more points in the combat section to go to the next row. And so I didn't want to put points in strong attacks because my fast attacks are already beast. Like time slowed while you aiming the crossbow, that could be pretty good for, for monsters. And then there's like adrenaline point stuff, but I didn't want to get into that, so I went with arrow deflection. So then we can go on to the second row, so on and so forth. Didn't touch signs, didn't touch alchemy. General has a lot of good stuff, but it's all like one point stuff, but it takes up a slot just the same. So I grab Sun and Stars, so during the day vitality regenerates by an additional 10 points per second when not in combat. So this kind of just recovers my health for free without meditating or anything like that. You can also just increase your maximum health by 500. You can put a point into kind of an armor mastery level thing, so you get different benefits by using different armor, some crossbow stuff, some adrenaline point stuff, toxicity crap. Then there's mutagens. I had 2. I had one for the Wraith and then one for the Griffin, but I made a potion out of the Wraith one, and if you make potions out of mutagens, since the mutagens are kind of uncommon, the potions are really good. They last for like half an hour. No, maybe not that long. Well, actually, maybe. It's like 1800 seconds, which is a long-ass time. And they have really good benefits. But if you equip the mutagen in a mutagen slot, they each have their own benefits. So this one, Griffin mutagen, is plus 50 vitality. The Wraith one was the same thing, so it didn't really matter. But then each mutagen is color coded, so this one's green. So for every like green ability that I had in any of these slots, that would like double the benefit of the mutagen. So if I had one green ability here, this would go up to a plus 100 vitality, or then plus 150, plus whatever, you know. So both mutagens I have been green, and I don't have any points in that. So once I get a red one, that'll be pretty good. All right, and so that's pretty much it. We are going to go. We're gonna go repair our shit, which costs a lot of money, an unfortunate amount of money, and then we're going to leave White Orchard once and for all. You can see I've discovered pretty much everything. Yeah, and it was entertaining. It was very entertaining.
Not so fast, Roach. Medallion's humming. Place of power. It's gotta be.
Yeah, so you can keep going back to places of power, and they'll keep giving you like a buff. You can see in the upper middle section where it's got like Axie sign plus for 27 minutes. That's from a place of power. So you can keep getting that, but only the first time you activate the place of power do you get the ability point. So. Whoa there. Probably put our weapon away. Alright.
A return customer.
Like you to forge something for.
So for armor, I'm pretty much as good as it's gonna get. The guy over at the Nilfgaardian outpost is a weaponsmith. So I could probably go back to him to get the Viper steel sword made, but that's an extra trip and not really interested. I guess we could just kind of consolidate a little bit. I mean, I assume all this is pretty useful. Why wouldn't it be? I mean, there are some things I'd rather have a silver ingot there for than a silver plate, but whatever. The crafting system's not immensely complicated, but that's all right. Okay, we want to repair this for 52, which is quite a bit, but it's necessary. We can repair all for more money than I have, but a lot of this is just shit that I want to sell. Like all these pants. Why do I have so many pants? Pants on pants. Here I have a key. Silver amber necklace. So I could sell this for 125, or I can dismantle it. And it should tell me what it'll dismantle into. If I can find it here. I'll get some silver and some amber. But I'd have to pay 45 just to do that. So I'd rather just sell it. Money is pretty valuable. And I do not have enough of it. You can sell, of course, ingredients, materials, things like that. It feels a lot like Monster Hunter in that aspect. Like that's really what it feels like when I do that. Because in Monster Hunter, you could sell, you know, materials for monsters and things like that. But it was one of those things where it's like, if you know you don't need it and you'll never need it, or you have so much of something that it's okay to sell off like half of it, then you do it. Otherwise, it's not worth it to just sell it for money. So that's kind of how I feel with that. I've sold some stuff that I just picked up so much of it, but it's not really, like, plants are all worth, like, one, you know, 1 or 2, so. But let's finally move on. We've been in White Orchard this entire time. I've spent hours here. I think we can move on to bigger and brighter futures.
Yennefer's in Vizima. Got a few friends there, so... Something wrong?
Look around. Trouble brewing.
Who are they?
Patriots, drinking their 7th round for Temeria. Fist starting to itch.
Don't see any Nilfgaardians.
They'll find another foe. I'll buy some provisions for the journey. Then we'll go. Geralt, we should stay out of it. Just this once.
What happened to the lilies?
Took him down.
Took them down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Maybe it's true what they say. You fond of the Imperials? You Nilfgaard's whore?
I'll let that pass. I know grief eats at your heart.
You know shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out the cloister like a dog. Said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would have choked on its navel string. You owe your son to my sister attending to the birth, and you don't fear the gods' wrath. You don't fear it, you cunt! Leave me be!
Recognize this medallion? You know what it means. Back off.
You all right?
They say witches steal young'uns. That true. What the Emperor promise you, freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
We ain't going nowhere. And neither are you.
They won't back down now.
I can see that.
Damn fools. Damn fools. Boom! Oh, get on! Look at this guy. He's a boss.
It's all right. It's over.
Leave me be! Get away!
See his face! God save us!
Be gone, and don't ever come back.
So much for not getting involved. Come on, let's go.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
Sure as hell finished it.
Excuses, excuses. You've not changed a bit.
Yen? How?
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you, looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but... well, you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit. It's... good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
Sorry. Wasn't expecting to see you. To be honest, this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
How did you imagine it?
You didn't imagine you'd have a Nilfgaardian escort. Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an explanation.
And I shall provide it. in Vizima. Ready your horses.
Spent the last 6 months in the saddle. Haven't seen you for 2 years. Can't we take a moment to...
Sadly, we cannot. Someone awaits you, Geralt. Someone who doesn't like to be kept waiting. Emperor Emir var Emrys. Or, to those on more intimate terms with him, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Doubt I number among that group. Far as I remember, last time we saw each other, he wanted to kill me.
Well, now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't refuse.
I didn't, though I could have.
Must have been a damn good offer then. Not many things you'd give up your freedom for, and even fewer people.
The sooner we set off, the sooner you'll find out.
What about you?
I'm going in the opposite direction. I somehow doubt the Emperor's invitation mentioned me. Besides, I've got things to do at Kaer Morhen, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Thanks for your help, Vesemir. See you soon.
How's your horse? Swift?
Can't complain. Why do you ask?
I'd like to be back behind some thick city walls as soon as possible.
You know, this all would be a lot cooler if I didn't look like a goddamn fruitcake. Ah! Fashion Witcher. What am I doing?
You know, I had a dream about you recently.
Knowing you, it was probably filthy.
Just the beginning. But then...
But then...
Cast some magic, girl. There you go.
Jennifer, how big?
We shall talk of this tomorrow, all right? After the audience.
Oh, summer in the city!
Bard's tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead. After many trials and tribulations, Geralt finally learned that Yen was in nearby Vizima.
It's kind of a droll narration.
It must suffice.
Thinkamir cares if I'm clean.
The gentleman will refer to His Imperial Majesty by his full title or not at all. The gentleman will be seated on the bergère.
The what now?
In that chair. Catwin, please shave the gentleman's sideburns to half an inch.
What's wrong with my beard? Always thought it added to my dignity.
It does. Yet it also detracts from your elegance. In Nilfgaard, we consider beards hard on the eyes. Especially beards infested with lice.
Been on the road a while. Fine, do your thing.
Tilt your head back, please, and sit still.
And prepare to answer some questions.
General, I am not certain this is the appropriate time.
I can't think of a better time. Men turn honest when they feel a blade at their throat. Morvran Voris, commander of the Alba Division. Before they take you in to see the Emperor, Witcher, there's some information I need you to verify. It's a formality, but one that must be seen to.
Sure. Paperwork's gotta be in order.
So, Geralt of Rivia. Place of birth unknown. Parents unknown. Age unknown. All insignificant details. Let us proceed to more recent events. The siege of La Valette Castle. The fate of the defending commander, one Arian.
How the hell did this Dick Busher become a general? Okay, so I guess this is stuff from Witcher 2 that if I had a save would have transferred, but I don't, so I need to...
We fought on opposing sides, true. Then we landed in the same dungeon. Arian escaped, set fire to the castle on his way out.
So that is how the blade started. Our reports suggested the dragon was responsible. Moving on. You then found shelter in charming Flotsam, and from there made your way to Vergen. My question is how?
I got out of Flotsam with Vernon Roach, commander of the Blue Stripes, and...
A murderer of non-humans. We know this gentleman well, Witcher. You forge interesting alliances.
Something tells me my most interesting is yet to come. Go on, next question, before my beard grows back in.
We shall shave you again if it does. Very well. The infamous summit at Loch Muin. You were there. And once again meddled in the affairs of the mighty.
The mighty had imprisoned Triss Marigold. Ought to know I care about her, and I tend to rescue those I care about.
And so you did, handing Radovid control of the Conclave and Council of Mages in the process.
Nilfgaard recently started a war, unprovoked. So do us both a favor and stop moralizing.
The gentleman must sit still. I'm almost done.
I'm afraid I might find that difficult. Because, from what I know, shortly afterwards you watched a defective megascope blow your friend Sheila de Tanserville to bits.
I watched her get in the megascope, but ultimately freed her from the trap your man Letho of Gullet had set. Write that down. I want to be sure the paperwork's in order now.
Well, national interest calls on one to forge difficult alliances at times. Alliances with witches included.
Letho's like the main bad guy from Witcher 2.
Well, that alliance has been dissolved, irrevocably. I killed Letho in Loch Muin.
So we heard. It's a good thing you did. Saved our agents some messy and difficult work. I believe that is all. Your signature, please, affirming you stated the whole truth and nothing but the truth on pain of imprisonment or death, etc., etc. Here and here.
With these formalities seen to, I would ask the general to leave the room. We shall be choosing the gentleman's attire. An important matter, but one that does not require the general's assistance.
Shame. I might have given you some advice. So long, Geralt. Good luck with your audience.
Feels more like I'm being readied for a wedding.
Were that so, I would have prepared the gentleman a frock, a tailcoat, or possibly a dinner jacket. In point of fact, the gentleman will choose from these garments.
Black, black, or black?
We do not like garish colors in Nilfgaard. The gentleman will tell me once he has chosen an outfit.
Yeah, they didn't like them in Russia either. Look how that turned out. Okay, so I gotta pick one of these. Well, this looks like a girl, so I'm not picking that one. It's between the two side ones. I kind of like the right one. The left one seems too floral. Do it. You can remove your trousers? Oh, I'm wearing trousers. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. Alright, well, that's better than what I was wearing before, but I hope I get all my shit back. Eh.
And they say clothes do not make the man. Does the outfit satisfy the gentleman?
A studded doublet and a sword on my back. That's what would satisfy me. But tough, when in Nilfgaard.
Yes?
It's a saying. So what now? Powder my nose?
No need. The gentleman's complexion is light enough. The gentleman is to stand before the ruler of the North and South. I must confirm that he knows how to bow.
Confirm away.
Please watch. Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest. The gentleman will rehearse. Lacking fluidity and grace. But we've learned to expect less of Nordlings. Come with me.
Wonder if I'll get to strangle the Emperor.
The gentleman will address the Emperor only when asked to, and using the appropriate title.
Your Arch-Magnificency?
I see the gentleman is in the mood for jests. I fear the Emperor might not share his disposition. Your Majesty will suffice. Spoken loudly, clearly, and with respect.
Yeah, but I'm looting your shit. Gnomish prankings. Nice. Yeah, I'll get to it. Oh, I can take all this. Sell that shit. See, how do I get some of this guard armor? Take this. I want to wear this. Man, that'd be awesome. I mean, I always know how to do signs, so when in doubt, I can just set them on fire.
Imgrimi et art ketzer. Dijfen aden in karn eb marvut. Emir var emreis.
Bow.
I ain't bowing to no man.
Your Imperial Majesty,
Arer ep the orde.
Welchen Namen? Wat gern favor? So many months at Foltest Court. Yet you still haven't mastered the basics of etiquette.
Know what they say? Can't teach an old wolf new tricks. Take it you didn't summon me to reminisce about the good old days, so...
Silence. My daughter Cirilla, she's returned. And she's in danger. The Wild Hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
How many men in your army? 20,000? 30? So why me?
You know why. Because she trusts you.
She trusts me, yes. So tell me why you're looking for her. Doubt it's about making up for all those lost years.
For reasons of state, as always. Enough of this banter. You will agree regardless, if for no other reason than because I shall pay you. More than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more.
I need information, not motivation. Ciri leaves few tracks. She'll be hard to find.
My corps of spies will help you. Count on them and my army, should the need arise. Yennefer will tell you the rest. This audience is finished. Mererid! Take him to the sorceress.
I could have just stunned him and then cut his head off.
I do not understand. Did I not emphasize adequately that one must bow to the Emperor?
Relax. Nothing happened.
To the gentleman. But I shall be punished.
How?
Please keep close and bother no one. We've had enough breaches of etiquette for one day.
I think Geralt's gonna bow to some dude. Get out of here. He's like Riddick. Yeah, kind of a drab place. I better get my weapons back. That's all I'm saying.
Once the gentleman is done, he should see me to retrieve his possessions.
Damn straight.
Quill sharpened yet? Yes? Then transcribe.
Hey, we can loot this place blind.
City Council or the Merchants Guild. But the Church of the Eternal Fire and the Criminal Arm.
Well, these books I can sell to somebody.
Tell the one from the other. They both display a similar ruthlessness and cynicism that...
Please wait, Your Excellency.
Books are big money.
You know what? I'll write the report myself. You'll need only prepare a clean draft. In triplicate.
A shame I have no time.
All them books. The bookses.
Geralt, that tunic. You look positively smashing.
Dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've matters to attend to. Now do you understand why I'm at Emir's court?
And seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back? No chance he's mistaken?
Look, that's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
So they're our agents now? My, you've clearly settled in quick.
Geralt, Don't twist my words. I know who Emir is. He started this war and its bloodshed. He had my friends killed. But I haven't any other choice. So please, let's not belabor the pros and cons and instead focus on finding Ciri. All right?
Right. Emir said the Wild Hunt's after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me. You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri, using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really. I knew the Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd tricked them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me, for some time. If not for you and Emir's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt. Before the Wild Hunt does.
So where's Ciri been seen, exactly?
In 2 places. Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. He should get in touch with you.
That's it? No passwords? Secret handshakes?
None. Sorry to spoil your fun. Your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade. All we have in Novigrad are unconfirmed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance. Triss Merigold. Apparently she's got a cozy flat on the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you? What will you do?
I shall sail for Skellige. There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest down. I believe this had something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trold. Join me there once you've learned something.
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me? Didn't need me? Didn't even want to see me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
Yen, I'd lost my memory.
Really? That's your excuse? Let's drop it, all right? It's not what you think, or it helped me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. Any of it.
Okay.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport you to Velen, get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback, as soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Think so? Maybe I can have some of my armor lined with it. Good luck, Yen.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Varatra. That's him over there. And Geralt, I know it's wartime, but try not to be a hero, all right? Just check those leads and come back to me, in one piece. I shall be waiting.
Oh boy. Ooh, nice. Gotta loot everything, man. All that good stuff. That's okay.
Scars healed nicely.
Okay, there's just rusty bread knife. Never know when that's gonna come in handy. If you don't keep a rusty bread knife around your home, you're just asking to die. Locked. Bullshit. Alright, let's get our shit for one.
directly out of Nordling tales. Inconceivable.
Ambassador Varatra, Yennefer suggested I ask you about current events, the war and so on.
Of course. The Emperor's servants should keep no secrets from each other. If you will, let us approach the map.
Okay.
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard's triumph is imminent.
I assume this to be a private conversation. We've no witnesses, so let's dispense with the propaganda, even that shrouded in irony. Our offensive was going splendidly until winter came. Edirn was in such disarray that we encountered no resistance. We had reached the Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened Kedwin remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help. We thought they'd sue for peace, perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of victory.
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoys, nor did he advance on our positions. Instead, he trudged over the snow-bound Kestrel Mountains and attacked Kedwin, his ally. This attack took the Kedweni by surprise. They were still mourning the loss of their king. Rudderless and dejected, they laid down their arms after a few lost skirmishes and joined Radovid. And so by spring, instead of 2 weak enemies, we had only one powerful one.
That admiration I hear in your voice?
Radovid is our foe, but I cannot deny he is clever. He played us for fools, particularly dense ones at that. Returning to the war, this spring there was a massive battle in the marshes of Velen. Massive, yet indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses, unprecedented even. Radovid has retreated across the Pontar. He's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive from the south. Then Emperor Emir var Emrys will deal with him once and for all.
Couldn't you just go home? Save everyone a lot of marching, not to mention a few human lives.
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go all in.
How do things look in Velen?
As bad as ever, perhaps worse. This land never flowed with milk and honey, and now it flows with blood. Armies have swept through it several times, trampling fields, looting granaries, burning villages. Famine grips the populace.
So how's ruling that earthly paradise going for you?
Not well, to be honest. Our forces are spread thin as it is, and Velen is chiefly swampy forests that are difficult to control. We've had several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, we've temporarily delegated authority in this region to a certain Nordling, a former low-ranking officer in the Temerian army, one Philip Strenger, better known by his nom de guerre, the Bloody Baron. I advise you well. Avoid him.
So we're not going to a big city, I guess. It's just another shithole.
Thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. May the great sun light your path.
If I were just playing by myself, I probably would have listened to the rest of it, but I do not wish to bore you guys, so let's get our equipment and skedaddle.
How might I serve the gentleman?
By returning my things.
Citrus and cloves. The fragrance will keep the gentleman's robes fresh somewhat longer.
Thanks, bunches.
The Emperor is not known for his patience. He wants his daughter back safe and sound, as soon as possible.
Yeah, mentioned something of the sort. So long.
So let me get this straight. You're the emperor of basically the largest, like, civilization in the land right now, and you hire the greatest tracker that has ever existed to find your one and only daughter, who no one else could ever find, So, do you give him money and all the possible equipment that you could offer? No. You give him some velvet clothes. Sure. Let's finish with another game of Gwent, and we'll bet everything, because why not? 10, whatever.
Rounds of cards.
Welcome to the Gwent Deck Builder. Gwent players use your own customized decks. Use this panel to manage your decks. You can build one deck for each of the 4 factions: Nilfgaard, Northern Realms, Monsters, and Scoia'tael. Yes, I know how to pronounce that, thank you. Use L1 and R1 to switch between factions. Each faction features a number of unique cards that encourage a different style of play. Each faction also has a special ability. Nilfgaard wins any rounds that end in a draw. Northern Realms grants an extra card after each victorious round. Scoia'tael decides who takes the first turn of a battle, and monsters keep a random unit card on the battlefield after each round. Okay. Each deck has 1 leader. Press square to see the leaders available for the currently viewed faction. Okay, each one has a unique ability. This is the cards in my collection. This is the cards in my deck. These are the deck composition rules. This is what I was interested in. A deck must consist of at least 22 unit cards. It can also contain up to 10 special cards. You can include more than 22 unit cards in your deck, but remember that doing so decreases your chance of drawing your most powerful cards. 2 cards short. You must move 2 unit cards from your collection. Okay. So that's it. That's all the rules. But like, why would I not just include all high-powered cards? Why would I ever want a 1 or 2 powered card? That seemed like there's no like cost to play cards. You don't have to like ramp up like Hearthstone or anything, or Magic the Gathering or anything like that. You can play any card from the start. So I don't get it. But obviously I'm just gonna include the big guys. It even tells you your total unit card strength. Wow. They should include this card in Hearthstone. The poor fucking infantry. So, throw that in. I mean, that's... Or we can include... Oh, that's all I have. So I need more cards. So I guess I'll include the poor fucking infantry. Yeah, I gotta get more cards. So full tests can pick an impenetrable flaw. Okay, there's different full tests. This'll clear it. It's probably better, I guess. It's all full test. Okay, let's start. Who's a card to redraw? Obviously, I don't want that many freaking... There. See, it seems like I have a pretty good hand to win the whole thing. My lowest card is a 1. So if I just throw down the 4... Because if they play like a fog... It doesn't matter if you played a 1 or a 6, because it's just going to be a 1. Doubles the strength of all unit cards in that row. It's pretty big. Pretty big. Oh, shit. Whoa, what now? Place on your opponent's battlefield counts towards opponent's total and draw 2 cards from your deck. Okay, you gave me a big boost. That's huge. Okay. So, I mean, he's got 1 more card than I do. but now we have the same amount, and all mine are really high. I only have to win this one round, so I can just pretty much play everything. But so is he, so it's just kind of like who has more. You see, designing a card game is not easy. Okay, so now he got... Hold on. He got something good. Double the strength of both cards. So now I can play... this. And then boom. Okay. How about this? Man, he's got huge cards. What? Is that like immune? Not affected by any special cards or abilities. See, this is what I was worried about. It's basically you go up against opponents that just have better cards than you do. I can put down this spy to get 2 cards. I guess it's only worth 1 to him. I'll probably end up playing that. Okay, he just looked at my shit. I guess I might as well play this. Alright, it's just me kind of playing all my cards. I don't think I'm gonna win. Oh, I didn't use my ability yet. Well, I could play my ability, which would then make me automatically lose, because the only way I'm doing as well as I am, which is not well, is because of the effects in play. Yeah, so basically he's just, I have better cards than you, go fuck yourself. That's what it is. Which is what I was worried about. Yeah, clearly. Okay, so we have no cards. I guess I could have saved a card. I think he played most of his cards, so maybe I could have won that, but... I thought there would actually be some, like, real skill involved in card placing and card deck building and things like that. But no, it's just... do you have good cards or not? I guess we traveled to... yeah, it's just pretty much that. Vizima, you just go there.
Geralt and Yennefer were reunited, but something even more important happened in Vizima. Geralt learned that Cirilla, his one-time ward, had returned from afar, and she was in danger. He was to find her, at the Emperor's command and Yennefer's behest.
Oh, Gwent. I actually didn't play Triple Triad much. Well, I didn't play Final Fantasy VIII much, so I didn't really play Triple Triad at all, because I didn't understand it at all when I first played it. I was like 12. But nowadays I realize it's like there's a card game called Cell Swords. It recently came out. It's Triple Triad basically. It's the exact same thing, more or less, just without retarded rules. So, I bet if I played Triple Triad now, I'd probably understand it better. But it's still probably bullshit because of the same thing. Where it's just they have better cards than you. Good start. Alright, we got a whole new area awaiting us, so I can already see just wolves prowling out there. That's nice. Oh boy. My name is Mangg. Game you've been watching is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. See you in the next part.
Giddy up.